Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm currently sitting by the pool and I was journaling and like scripting about my life a little bit, and I was thinking about how much courage it takes to change. And I was just thinking about my own life and my own situation. And I was kind of in the past I've really been hard on myself. Like, why am I scared to change? Why am I scared to write down my goals and my ideas? Why am I scared to go for it? Because I feel like I've had a certain level of fear that I've carried throughout my journey. And I've been able to push past it and kind of like fake it till I make it. But it gets to a point where you recognize that the fears that you have and the image of yourself that you have is holding you back from the next step. Like, you can't fake it anymore. You have to address it, release it, let it go. You have to relax, stop resisting, one of those things. And so I was just thinking about it with my situation, and even like within my own family, I kind of look around and I can't really, this sounds so corny to say, like, I can't relate to anyone, but it's real. Like, I really cannot relate to like any of my immediate family or the family who lives in the same city and state as me. And it feels pretty lonely. And I think part of the reason why I've been reluctant as well is because I was afraid of not being able to connect, or like maybe feeling like if I change, I would be leaving them behind, so to speak. And I've had to like surprisingly develop courage to just let go, like I said, of the self image, and let go of like thinking like, oh, if I change, or if I, break these loops and break these cycles, like, what if they stop liking me? What if I can't relate to them anymore? What if I don't want to be around them anymore? And all of that is a real possibility, family or not. It is possible that once you start to change your life and create different pathways for yourself and invest in yourself and learn different things, there's a very high likelihood that you're not going to relate to the people that you used to relate to. You're not going to want to do the things that you used to do. And while you, I guess, level up and rise and ascend, you might notice that the people around you are doing the same things, and you just can't be around that because you have to stay focused on your journey and your path. So it takes a lot of courage to even walk away from something like that, especially when you feel like you're alone, even though you're never really alone, but you do have to walk certain parts of your journey by yourself and figure things out in your own timing. And so I think having the courage to change is like a really big step, and having the courage to like let go of old identities, old beliefs, old thoughts, old habits, old behaviors, and let go with the understanding that what's going to come is going to be much better is also something that I'm just realizing now that I'm having to do. And I've been doing it little by little, but again, it's gotten to a point now in my journey where it's like, okay, this is like, you can't keep doing what you're doing. You can't keep thinking how you're thinking. You have to choose to think more positively, think better. You have to leave behind those old frameworks and those old ideals. And I'm not gonna lie, sometimes I've found that I find pleasure in the pain. Like, when you tell people what you're going through, when you talk about your struggles and stuff, a lot of people can relate and you can get a lot of validation in that way. But it's a vicious cycle, because as you're receiving that validation, it might, like for me, I feel like it was giving me an excuse to stay in the same loops, in the same cycles. I hope this makes sense. But, sometimes I would share what I was going through, share my struggles, or like share traumatic events that were happening under the guise of like personal development or like releasing and things like that. But really, I was just keeping myself in a loop and feeling the same things over and over and reliving those stories over and over again without actually moving toward letting it go. And so as I've been letting things go the past couple of days, I just feel different. I don't know. I feel like I look different a little bit. I feel like I sound different. I feel like I am able to like relax more. Like, even now, I just feel so relaxed, and like there's so many things I could be worrying about, but I'm choosing to relax, and that's something that's different. I'm choosing to think positively and to know that things are going to be okay. And that takes a lot of courage too. Like when you have been in survival mode your whole life, whatever that looks like survival mode doesn't just have to be like, you know, I was looking for food to eat and I had to sleep with this, no lights on, and I had to do this and that. Like survival mode can look different for everybody. Like sometimes people can have their basic necessities met and they're still psychologically and mentally in a survival mode. And I feel like that's where I was. And so coming out of that now, like I said, it's just taking a lot of courage, and it's really beautiful to like witness. And I want to like give myself props and like a pat on the back. Like it feels like I'm entering into a new era, and I'm excited to like see where it goes. And that's not to say that I won't have moments in the future where maybe old energy comes up and it needs to be released. Like that could very well happen. But all I know is that right now in the present moment, I feel good and I feel ready and I feel capable and I feel able. And that's another thing too. The present moment is the most powerful moment because it's the only one that matters. Like you can only change in the present. You can't change the past. And you have to use the present to change the future. So it just feels very powerful. I feel like so many good things are going to happen. And I've said this before, and I'm not going to lie to y'all, I've said this without really believing it. I'm like 2027 or 2026 is like the year all your dreams are going to come true. I was saying that because other people were saying it and because I needed something to hang on to. I was like, there's no way I'm going to continue living my life like this. And so now I feel like I can say that and actually have conviction behind it and belief behind it as well for myself. And that's just really beautiful. So if you've been feeling the same way that I have, and if you've been feeling like, you know, scared, just know that you do have the courage within you to grow and to change and to be different. And that, like I said, what's coming is honestly better than what you've lost or what you have right now. So don't be afraid to let go. Like you can always go back in some way, shape, or form too. That's another thing. Like you can always go back to being scared, to being, you know, worried, to being stressed. Like, let's see what it feels like to actually be content, to be happy, to be appreciative, to be full, to be loved, to receive love, to give it. You know, let's see what that feels like. Like, let's just try it. I'm talking to you and I'm talking to myself. Like, let's just try it out. So that's where I'm at in my journey, you guys. Let me know what you think below, of course, in the comments. I've been sitting out here for hours. It's already like 10 something, about to be 11 o'clock. And I'm going to be sitting out here probably longer because it just feels good. I want to like lean into and recognize more when I have these types of moments. And I hope it's a reminder for you as well. So yeah, let me know what you guys think, where you guys are, how you feel. And I'll see you guys at the next video. Bye.